Seems like it's another day of full TBT bumps after cashing a 25x on Sunday and on Monday. Right here, you could see the one I cashed for the free lineup. I also cashed this one just last night, another 25x in TBT. I want to come here and share some more TBT picks. I already shared them with the Discord, but as you saw, they all got bumped. This was one slip, all 6 of them bumped. The next one, 5 of them bumped out of the 6, and then the next one, 5 of them also bumped out of the 6. So what I will say though is that some of these are probably still available on Underdog. If you remember yesterday, I said a lot of them were bumped on Prizepicks. You could go ahead and play them on Underdog with the higher lines. And it's very important to do that because, for example, this Chris Coffee guy was actually 12.5 on Prizepicks because he got bumped down. We had him at 13.5 on Prizepicks, and you can see he got right at that 13 mark. So you want all these points of advantage. And since basically every prop got bumped on Prizepicks this morning, probably because I just hammered these with the Discord, you want to be pausing this, taking a screenshot, and basically looking on Underdog if these lines are still up. So this is going to be the first 6 picks that you go ahead and play on Underdog. There's also these 5 right here that all got bumped down. Make sure you're getting them at this pre-bump number on Underdog. So 12.5 for Tyler Stone, and basically just look, screenshot, pause it, do whatever you have to do, and kind of compare these lines to Underdog. I'm sure a lot of them have not been bumped there yet, so you should be able to lock these one in pre-bump numbers, right? So this 5 right here, and then there is another 5 right here. And that's very important. You want to be on the less on all of these guys. So go to TBT, just hammer the lesses, because about 65% of these guys are actually going under. That is how I managed to cash this 25x 2 days in a row, right? First one on Sunday, second one on Monday, and we even came close on some other slips here. Another 5 out of 6. And another 5 out of 6. So very simple to get the best value. Make sure you're playing these on Underdog. And if you're not on Underdog, sign up. Use code OddsJuice, and I'll actually give you free premium for a week too. So that's just another bonus. You're going to get the pre-bump lines, and you're going to get in the Discord for free. If you watched the beginning of last night's video, I said I was running a promo for 50% off my Discord if you used the code. Well, if you skipped that part, you probably didn't see it. But a lot of you guys did take advantage of that offer. And now you got all of these slips pre-bumped, and you see how important it is to get these before the bumps. And to be honest, it's become impossible for me to send pre-bump lines on YouTube because by the time I get my research ready, record the video, and post it, everything is basically bumped at that point. But I'm still going to try to give you guys the best picks that I have for today in the MLB. But first, let's recap the straight pick I actually gave in the video, and it was this one right here. It went 3-2, so that's not bad at all. 60% hit rate there. And the same thing on Underdog, it went 4-2, so another 65-ish% hit rate there. That is very good. I know we didn't make any money technically, but if you guys did tail the other picks, I gave out like so many picks in that video, and as you saw, they cashed very well. So as long as you tailed some sort of mix and match of those, I'm sure you made some money last night, because I'm pretty sure we hit like 60 to 70% of the props I gave out in last night's video. Now tonight is Taco Tuesday, but I'm just going to be going over 2 formats, and if you want, you can go ahead and throw the tacos into them, up to you. But I'm not going to be making a slip directly with the taco. I'm just going to show you what I'm liking in the MLB. 2 straight formats, and then add in that taco as you please. So it's going to be 2 same game stacks. The first one's going to be in the Boston Red Sox versus the Rockies game. I'm going to start over with the Red Sox stack. That's going to be Devers here on his under 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. And we're stacking this up with the man in front of him, which is going to be Yoshida on his under half a run. I've explained this countless times in the videos, but let's just take a look very quickly at the lineup. If you go over to Boston, you're going to see Devers expected to bat 4th, and Yoshida is expected to bat 3rd. The idea is if Yoshida is getting a run, it's likely that Devers is running him in. Of course, the guy behind him, he's also that 4th batter who is most likely to get RBIs. He could also get a hit plus RBI if he like singles and Yoshida's on 2nd or 3rd. That's going to give an RBI for Devers. Also going to give him a hit, and maybe even has potential for a run. Now tonight we're grabbing the less, but the opposite is still true. If Yoshida's not getting on base and Devers is not getting on base, then neither of them are going to get runs or hits, runs, RBIs. The reason I'm going under tonight is the juice. So under 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Devers at minus 125. And for Yoshida, you're going to see something similar on his runs prop. If you go over to runs scored and type in Yoshida, you're going to see some slight juice towards his under here at minus 120, which doesn't look great. But once you realize you're stacking these 2 guys together, you're hoping they're hitting together within that same direction, it becomes a whole lot better. So we're going with this under stack here. Then for Colorado, we're actually going with an over stack. We're going with Jake Cave on his over hits, runs, RBIs. He's expected to be batting behind Doyle. So Doyle's in front of Cave. If Doyle gets on base, we're hoping for Cave to run him in, cashing both of these props for the price of 1. And again, the reason I'm going with the overs here instead of the unders has nothing to do with how much I like the Rockies or anything like that. It's just straight juice. What are the sportsbooks saying is the more likely outcome? And you'll see right here that Doyle is more likely to go over his half a run than he is to go under, right? Minus 120 towards the over, minus 115 towards the under. And we have that same concept for Cave, but it's even better juice towards the over, minus 130 on the over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. The only thing is I'm not exactly sure if these guys are really going to be batting where they're expected to be batting. We have Cave expected to bat 6th, and we have Doyle expected to bat 5th. Hopefully that does end up being the real lineup. If not, it's going to screw with the correlation a bit, but hopefully everything pans through as expected. So this is the first 4-man, and I also mentioned you could go ahead and throw the taco prop Oscar right now, or whoever it is when you're watching this video, but I realize that's only going to pay you a 9x, and that is a payout nerf. Typically you get 10x. So what you could do if you really don't want the payout nerf is replace Doyle with the taco. You're still going to get that 10x there, and Oscar is more likely to hit than Doyle. And Jack Cave already has heavy juice towards the over, so he's good on his own. Or if you're really feeling it and you want to get that 25x payout, you keep Doyle in and you could go over to soccer. There's a really good prop I'm liking here in the shots. It's this guy, Francisco Alvarez, on his under half a shot. That could be a nice 25x. This slip is almost identical to what I sent in the Discord, but instead of the taco, we actually have Soriano on his over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts. I don't know if that line's bumped yet or anything, but anyways, the taco is a better play than that, of course. And if you're completely limited on tacos or you already use the taco prop, this is the slip I would fully go with. This is the official one, the quad stack on the Boston Red Sox versus Rockies game. For the second slip, we're going to go with the exact same concept, and it's going to be in this KC versus Arizona game. And we are eyeing Bobby Witt Jr., but I'm not going with his fantasy score. What I do like is his simple hits plus runs plus RBIs. And we're stacking this up with the man in front of him, which is Garcia on his over half a run. Now, I like these guys even better than any of the picks I went over because these guys are at the straight top of the order. So these guys are most likely to get the most at-bats if KC is doing well as a whole. So obviously, Witt has been on a tear, but the juice is actually not too favorable to his over or his under. You're going to see minus 115 on each side, which basically means it's about a 50-50, which does seem weird because he has gotten 3 hits per game in the past 4 games, which is honestly crazy, but we're still going to go with the over because we're stacking it up with Garcia, who does have juice towards the over here at minus 120 compared to minus 110 on the under. For Arizona, we're actually going with the unders. We're going to go with Pederson on his under 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs, and we're stacking this up with Marte on his under runs. Here we have some juice on Pederson on DraftKings, minus 120 towards the under. Then Marte also has juice towards the under here at minus 120. We're stacking with the double under instead of the double over. And of course, there's going to be another taco prop at around 3 p.m. Eastern. But you could go and turn this into a 6-man similar to what I did with the other pick. A good pick here is this guy, Jonathan Herrera, on his under half a shot on target. Again, this would pay you 25x, but the official play is going to be this 4-man right here. So good luck, everyone. Hopefully, we all cash out.